Hey everyone, my name's Charlotte O'Donoghue. I'm currently a senior with the University of Washington Bothell, and I've partnered with CoSEE to create and now demonstrate the recycled plastic bottle bird feeder kit.
Here are a list of materials you'll need to complete this kit. A plastic soda bottle, which we'll talk about later, an X-Acto knife, a pair of scissors, a low-temperature glue gun with glue sticks, twine, and finally any acrylic paint or markers you might have to use to decorate your feeder. Please keep in mind that this craft will require the use of some more dangerous tools like X-Acto knives and hot glue guns, so just please make sure that an adult is doing these tasks for younger participants and that older children are being supervised during the craft.
This is the Wild Bird Care Guide. This was created by me for my internship as well, and it's a super easy introduction to bird feeding for those creating the bird feeder kit. It has a lot of information about how to buy your own seed, doing your research on what seed is the best for your area, how to clean feeders, and especially how to clean feeders for hummingbirds, which is such a dangerous thing that not a lot of people know about, how to properly clean bird feeders and especially hummingbird feeders. Some safety tips, general safety tips, and then on the back there are some QR codes that allow, again, for just kind of easy access to a bunch of different materials about birds and finding about the birds in your area. So we have Merlin ID, which is a really awesome app that just allows you to kind of see who's in your area, also tracking who's in your area, and then you're also allowed to contribute to that data. High quality seed, just like I think this is a website with the best quality seed that I could find. I know I've personally bought from them in the past. They're just a really good website with a lot of really awesome selections that are really great for your birds. More cleaning instructions. These are federally approved cleaning instructions that have been passed over by tons of scientists. I mean, just follow them. It's a super easy kind of, how to do really the bare minimum to help our bird species in Washington. And then, of course, learning more about feeding. This is about diseases, so common bird diseases that show up, especially in feeders, without cleaning. So this is also another great resource, just learning about what happens when you don't take care of your birds properly. Yeah, so that's it for the kit materials. Let's move on to the kit instructions. To do this craft, you will need an empty, clean, and unlabeled soda bottle. Typically, the easiest way to get a soda bottle that will work is just to buy a 2-liter soda bottle at the store. But anything that typically kind of keeps its shape and will pop back into shape after being crushed, and anything that can be easily cut through, but it's not thin enough to melt through with hot glue, that's typically what you're looking for in a bottle for this craft. So once your bottle is clean and fully ready to go, we're going to be cutting about 1/3 into the top with the X-Acto knife and the scissors. So that's all you'll need for this first step. The X-Acto knife is just to make a super basic incision for the scissors to then cut all the way around the bottle, separating the bottle into 2 pieces. So simply just taking your X-Acto knife and pushing in just very lightly, and again making sure that it's about 1/3 of the way down the bottle, making sure there's room about like here where the bottle kind of curves over and straightens out, where you have that lip where you're able to glue it onto the bottom piece for the next part. So with that being said, I'm just going to make a small cut right here, just kind of poke it through, and then it's a little tricky, drag it down. Literally just kind of that much. It is hard to see, but just so we have an incision for our scissors, and so it can be a lot easier and a lot safer when we're doing the rest of the cutting. So now that we have our first incision, all we're going to do is take our scissors, poke one side of the scissors into the bottle, and then we're just going to cut all the way around, making it look as nice as we can while still giving it a lip to be glued later. And I'll do this right here. Okay. And you can also take your scissors out and then put them back into, like, because sometimes these little strips come off, so it's easier to just kind of take it back out, reset yourself for a nice clean cut all the way around the bottom. And just take a few goes, be patient with it while you're doing it. And then your bottle should look something like this. Once we have our two different pieces of the bird feeder, we're just going to discard the top half for now because we're focusing on finishing the bottom half. And to finish the bottom half, we're just going to cut about 2 to 3 fingers, depending on how big your fingers are. My fingers tend to be a little small, but like 2 to 3 fingers of plastics worth off. So about that much. And to do that, we're just going to do the exact same thing as we did in the other cut, which is using the X-Acto knife very carefully to just make a simple cut. Like this. So just a super simple in cut with the X-Acto knife. Again, please make sure your fingers are safe. Just like that. And then we're going to slide our scissors once again through this cut. And we're just going to cut off this strip completely. And then you can go ahead and discard this piece because this piece won't be needed or used. Now that we've cut that strip of plastic off, the last thing we're going to do is cut our window hole. And that just looks like a super simple square cut, however big or small you want it, into the side of the plastic bottle bird feeder. And this is also a great opportunity, as you see on mine, to get rid of any like sticky or plastic stuff that might have stuck to the bottle, just to make it look a little bit nicer in the end product. So for me, I'm just going to completely freehand it and cut in a window hole. And again, the bigger you make it, the more people are going to come visit your bird feeder. And that's what that looks like after the final cut. Okay, so cutting out the window hole is going to be the last major cut that we do. And now we're going to move on to our decoration before we make the final touches on the kit. So we're going to glue them together later, similar to kind of this. So we're going to take the top half and just kind of hot glue it over just the edges like this. So as you're decorating, keep that in mind to make sure that none of your designs get hot glued and kind of messed up. So for decoration, the easiest, and the easiest not only to find, but the easiest for like weather to decorate this kit is going to be acrylic paint. And that can look like multiple things. So it can look like acrylic markers. Acrylic markers often work pretty easily with plastic. Some of them are less pigmented. It really just depends on the kind of brand you get. So that's one way to decorate. Another way to decorate would just be to use like typical kind of acrylic paint. You could use this with paintbrushes to just kind of go over the bottle. Again, it's gonna take maybe a few layers of everything, just because the bottle is so transparent and not a lot of acrylic paint is super pigmented. Again, depends on what kind of brand you get. So just, if you want to make your design super pigmented, just, leave yourself a lot of time to do the design. Not only that, but, just do multiple coats. Make sure it's dry before you do your next coat and just take your time with it. But yeah, also, you could also do stickers. We have some stickers here in the classroom today. Just also with these, keep in mind the bottle is going to be exposed to the elements, so these might kind of corrode and devolve as your bottle is outside, but like a little dab of hot glue, and that can also be a cute accessory. Just whatever you want, as long as it gives the bottle like a nice little finishing touch. To give you some ideas about the finished product, here are two of my fully completed renditions of the bottles. For these, I mostly use the acrylic marker. Once again, just kind of depends on the brand, whether you get a good pigmentation or not. I used a few layers on each of these. I think the mushrooms here were 2 layers for the red. But yeah, just to give you some ideas for decoration. Once you've completely finished decorating, and I'm going to leave mine blank just so it's easier to see in the demo, we're going to start making the feeder handle. And you should have kept the cap for the craft. So go ahead and grab your bottle cap. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our scissors again. And then grabbing our scissors by only one section of the handle, so like this section. So this part is solid and this part is kind of whatever. We're going to set this on a firm surface so we don't hurt ourselves, and then also making sure not to hurt ourselves, we're going to press the tip of the scissors gently down into the cap while twisting slightly. So something like this. Like that. And then once it goes through, we're just going to twist again, and again making very, very, very careful not to hurt ourselves here. Just very, very carefully twisting the scissors to make, and I promise it looks more dangerous than it is. But still be very careful when you are handling sharp objects like this, and then just very gently twisting until you are left with a hole like this. Once you've created the hole in your bottle cap, now we're going to unthread some of the twine to make the handle for your bird feeder. And so this should look like unraveling about as much as you want for the handle. So I'm going to say about there's good for me. A little bit more than that. Cut it off. Oops. Oh, it's not liking me. There we go. Okay. Once we have about enough for the handle, we're going to tie it at the bottom a few times just to make the knot a little bit bigger so that it kind of sticks in the hole of the cap and kind of provides its own tension. So I mean, it can literally be very super simple kind of shoelace knot. I just kind of typically do this shoelace knot over and over and over again to create this big kind of this big bubble. And we will eventually hot glue this to the bottle cap anyway, so it's not too much of a big deal, but just making sure that it's big enough to stop itself in the hole that you've made in your bottle cap. And once you have that, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of drag it through. So taking the ends now, putting them through the cap, just dragging it all through. And it's okay if the knot goes through now. Again, we're going to super glue it. And should look at the end something like this. Now that we have the top half done, the bottom half done, and the cap done, the only things we need to do left are just super glue everything together. So that's going to look like, I have my super glue gun here. If you have a hot and a cold setting on, or like a warm setting on your gun, just make sure it's set to warm. You really don't want a gun set to hot that's just going to melt through your plastic, because it's just going to completely ruin everything, and you're not going to be able to glue anything together. It's just going to burn through. So make sure it's set to warm if you have a warm setting. So the first thing we're going to do is combine our top half and our bottom half. And to do that, we're just going to take our glue gun, and you want to do this pretty fast because the glue gun is going to contract and like shrink the plastic as we're putting it on just because it's so hot. So just make sure to do this fast as you're doing it. Don't be super panicked about it though. It's not the end of the world if you just have to take it off and kind of glue it on the glue itself over again. But we're just going to take the outside, so we're gluing on the outside of the rim, and we're just going to do super quick squiggles like to get the glue kind of everywhere as fast as we can. So I'm going to do that now. Just make sure you got a good amount on there and that the glue is as far down as you want the top to come. So now that we have the bottom all glued up, I'm just quickly going to take the top half and put it around the bottom half. And then you can reach inside and also just kind of press it together, but again, just be very careful you're not pressing your fingers into any hot glue. Just connecting all the sides. You'll hear some little crinkly sounds as it kind of combines together. If you need more glue, you can kind of fill in after if you just want to take it off and it's not connected to itself as nicely as you'd want it to be. And then once you have it glued, you have your final product. Our very last step is to just, as I said earlier, kind of glue the twine into the bottle cap so it doesn't come off when the entire thing is hanging. So we're just going to take our hot glue gun and just kind of go nuts on the inside of it. Again, be sensible and careful, but you're just kind of gluing the twine to the inside of the bottle cap on the inside. So I'm just going to take my glue gun and connect the plastic surrounding with the knot. That's going to make it real easy for my bottle to just hang outside without me having to worry about it coming down because the knot got untied. And then you can kind of, what I like to do is just kind of pull the knot halfway through as it's gluing, so it just gets that extra kind of, that extra grip from itself. But yeah, and then leave that to dry, and then you are on to your final step. Final step, ever so simply, will just be to screw the cap onto the bottle. Like so. And now you have your very own plastic bottle bird feeder.
Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to learn more about this kit or activity kits provided by CoSEE, please feel free to email us at cosee@uw.edu or visit our website at uwb.edu/CoSEE.